MetLakeElectric.com.
I hear you. Always talking to you.
So, the spring locks,
And you'll see Stephen Curtis channel.
they work off of these spring locks. As you can see in the picture,
Whatever you do,
if you see like the inside the box, there's like this
$130.
at the back of his suit. You would it twists, and then when it gets into that notch right there, as you can see, there's like a little notch will go in there and out. The spring lock continues, I would go up, but that's how the spring locks would work, like for part 2.
Hello and welcome to a video. Today I'll be explaining spring locks, and there's a lot to it, so I'll just try to get right ahead. But there will be a lot of stuff in this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Now the first thing that I want to talk about is the spring locks. That's what this whole video is about. And as you can see at them, they're basically these big metal bars that you kind of pull back and it keeps things in place. Now, when you look at these specific spring locks, these are the old school ones, and these were used in those suits that like William Afton used and stuff. And if you look in here, you can see that you basically pull back and turn, and it goes into this little slot, basically. And there's a little metal attachment on the, like, metal rod, right? And so what it does is that's what goes into the little like hole in the side, and it keeps it there. Although these ones were pretty easy to trigger because you can see that it's not really that big of a crevice. Now when we look at these newer ones though, the little rings, you can see it has a much deeper crevice and a thicker pull to go in there, and that definitely stops it from, tripping very easily. And when you think of William Afton's death, first you want to think about that he was using kind of eroded ones because it's been a suit for a very long time. It's been built for a very long time. So that's mostly the reason why it's tripping. But then the other thing is he was using this one again, the one with the little handle and stuff. And remember, this one isn't very good because it's an older style and it just doesn't have a deeper crevice, like I was saying, so it's way more likely to trip and definitely crush anything. But I want you to still remember that they can be very dangerous, and you really don't want to end up looking like this. Now looking forward, we're going to take a look at this suit, and as you can see the spring locks on it, I labeled them, that they're all around the suit. They're not just in little specific areas like your ear. They are everywhere. That's what's holding the whole suit together, basically, besides the endo, because, you need the spring endo so that you don't die when you put on the suit. So you just want to be very careful because there are so many, and if you trip one, then you're gonna die probably. But also still remember the spring locks are not on the side of the suit. They are all usually like you wind them up in the back or whatever, lock them in place so that it's not showing all around. It's just on my diagram. I was just putting it that way so it was easy to see. Now right here is the spring lock endoskeleton. This is basically what's going around you and pushing everything back. And yes, I know it shows as individual spring locks, but put together, they put tons of different spring locks in it, and it's just this big suit basically keeping you alive. And another thing is, when you look at this chest cavity right there, they're all around the body. I mean, it might just look like that one little chest cavity is like this little rib cage, but that rib cage opens up, right? It locks everything back by opening up. And that's literally on the arms, the head, the legs, everywhere. And they're just like mini versions of that kind of opening up rib cage, just and move freely, but without tripping the spring locks, you know. Now moving on to what would happen if you triggered the spring locks.